Did you know that 85% of US adults reported wearing a mask or all or most of the time when out doing business or out shopping? Also, a Harvard Business Review article mentions that many of the 33 to 35,000 decisions that we make each and every day automatically are influenced by unconscious information that we stored about what is good or what is bad. This aligns with the idea that a significant portion of our decisions or the way we act is influenced by mental barriers rather than conscious, authentic desires. Living a life designed by my fears instead of my dreams. That's what we're talking about today. So I'm going to show you exactly how to break free from that. Hello, beautiful souls. If you're new here, welcome to my channel on personal growth and transformation. I'm your host, Dr. RB. I'm a licensed psychologist in Florida and New York, and it's a pleasure if this is your first time. Today, we're diving deep into something that's changed the lives of so many of my clients, and it has revolutionized how they show up in the world every single day. So we're going to explore what it truly means to discover your authentic self by breaking through those mental barriers that keeps you playing small. I'm not just talking about surface level, just be yourself type of advice. No, we're actually going to go a little bit deeper than that and into the psychology of self-discovery and give you practical, actionable steps that you can implement today. This is just another self-help video. It's not just that. This is about real transformation. So grab a notebook, find a quiet space, and let's begin this journey together. So let's be honest. We're all fighting battles in our minds every single day. Those mental barriers aren't just occasional thoughts. They're deeply ingrained patterns that shape our entire reality. So let me break it down to the most 5 common barriers that I see. The first one is the imposter syndrome barrier. This is that constant feeling that you are not qualified enough, you're not good enough to do something or help someone else. It's the fear that someone will find out that you're a phony, a fake, and that you simply don't belong. It's the endless cycle of overachieving, yet still feeling inadequate. Number 2 is the social conditioning barrier. These are the should statements that we are constantly carrying with us that run our life. The pressure to follow a predetermined life path, the weight of others' expectations that are crushing our dreams. Number 3, we have the self-sabotage barrier. So this is staying strong but never finishing, creating chaos when things get too comfortable. This is setting unrealistic standards that guarantee failure. Next, we have number 4, the comparison trap barrier. This is the endless scrolling through social media, measuring your chapter 1 against someone else's chapter 20. This is using others' success as evidence for your failure. And the last one is the fear of judgment barrier. This is staying silent when your heart screams to speak, choosing safety over authenticity, and living life on mute to avoid criticism. So these aren't just thoughts, they're actually chains. They're mental barriers that keep us trapped in a version of ourselves that isn't really us at all. And the scariest part about all this is that most people don't even realize they're trapped. Now, let's break down the exact process of shattering these barriers. So I'm going to share 5 powerful techniques that have worked not just for the thousands of people that I have served over the years, but for myself as well. So the first one is the mirror technique. The mirror technique is basically starting your day with a 5-minute mirror conversation. So you look in the mirror and you're going to ask yourself, who am I beneath all these expectations? And look deeply into your eyes when you're doing this. Look for micro expressions that reveal your true feelings. You want to document one authentic trait you discover each day. You want to build a relationship with your reflection as your true self. That's what that mirror work is going to be. The next exercise is called the permission slip. And this is when you create a physical permission slip notebook, let's say. You want to write permissions for authenticity. So examples that you can use would be, I give myself permission to change my mind. I give myself permission to outgrow old versions of myself. I give myself permission to succeed without explanation. I review these permissions before challenging situations, and you want to make sure that you share them with a partner that you trust. A third one could be the reality check method. And this is where you create a barrier versus truth journal. Yeah, it could seem like a lot of journals, right? But in column 1, you could write down your I can't statements. In column 2, you want to do challenge with evidence of the past successes. So in other words, you're challenging what you wrote in column 1. And in column 3, you want to rewrite each barrier as an opportunity. So you want to review this weekly, and then you want to celebrate progresses that you've made. Now, number 4 that you could try is the authenticity anchors practice. Here's your identifying 5 non-negotiable elements of your authentic self. You want to create physical reminders, so like objects, photos, quotes, things like that. And you want to place these anchors in your daily environment, like put them around your house. You want to use them as touchstones when feeling disconnected. And then you want to build your authentic environment gradually. And then the last one that I want to share is the growth timeline exercise. And this is mapping out your life's pivotal moments, identify patterns of authentic expression, document when you felt the most alive, and use these moments as blueprints for future decisions. Update monthly with new insights. So let me share what I similarly have heard from a lot of my clients, and this illustrates just how powerful these techniques can really be. So 6 months ago, a client was stuck in a high-paying corporate job. They were wearing suits all the time, and these suits, later they told me, felt like costumes. And they were speaking in a voice that wasn't theirs. And I noticed this because I caught this person talking on the phone with their pet. So when they talked on the phone with their pet, their voice just changed. It was like someone else was in the room. And then she had the perfect life on paper. She had the corner office, the prestigious title, the admiration from her peers in the company. But inside, she told me that she was dying a little bit each day. So her turning point came during what should have been her career highlight. She was giving a presentation to her board of directors. She was pitching a multi-million-dollar project. Mid-sentence, she said that something broke. It was her voice. She simply stopped speaking. And in that silence, which felt to her like an eternity, she heard her authentic self screaming at her to break free. And right there and then, in front of the board of directors, the CEO, the executive team, she took off her metaphorical mask. And she said something that shocked everyone. She said, you know what? I need to be honest. I don't believe in this project. It's never going to work. And more than that, I don't believe in the person that I've become trying to fit into this corporation. The room was silent. She thought she had committed career suicide. But then something magical happened. Her CEO leaned forward and said, finally, someone brave enough to speak the truth. That moment changed everything. And within a month, she had restructured her role in the company and aligned herself with her authentic skills and passions. She started dressing in ways that expressed her personality. She began speaking in her real voice, not a polished corporate tone. And today, while she's still in the corporate world, she runs a creative workshop for teams. And she wears whatever she wants. She feels alive, she says, and she helps others find their purpose. So her authenticity didn't cost her her career, it actually elevated it. And more importantly, it gave others permission to do the same. Your authentic self isn't lost. It's just waiting behind those mental barriers that you've built. Using these techniques, you can start breaking them down, one brave moment after another. So remember, every time you challenge a limiting belief, you create a crack in those barriers. Each authentic choice, no matter how small, strengthens your true self. Your journey to authenticity lights the way for others. This isn't just about being yourself, it's about creating a world where everyone feels safe to do the same. Because when you light up, you give others permission to light up too. So the mental barriers you break today become bridges for others tomorrow. Now it's your turn. So take a moment here, share in the comments one mental barrier that you're going to break through today or this week. Join our community by supporting the channel. You want to hit subscribe, you want to hit that bell to be notified to join our weekly authenticity challenges. This journey is better when you walk it with others. So if this video resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Stay tuned for more advanced techniques for maintaining authenticity in challenging situations. So until then, this is Dr. RB. Take care.